Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So finally, the semi-finals of the AFCON tournament was played yesterday, and so unfortunate. Nigeria lost on penalties. Senegal defeated Egypt with a late goal to advance to the finals of the tournament, while the game between Nigeria and Morocco ended in a goalless draw after 120 minutes, and the match went into penalties, and unfortunately we lost the match 4 goals to 2 on penalties. It's really sad. It's sad. It's sad. Last night I was down, you know. But kudos to the boys. They've really shown that they could do something great, during the course of this tournament. Yeah, they've really shown that they can achieve, greater heights, playing as a team. And that's one positive I can pick from their performances in this AFCON 2025. It's sad, yeah. Everybody is pained, and well, I won't blame the boys. They really played well, holding the host nation to that goalless draw. You could see that both sides, they matched themselves evenly. During the first half, it was the Moroccans, all over the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I think they didn't allow the Nigerian team to play their kind of style of football. But in the second half, you could see that the Super Eagles managed to try to see if they could find, get something out of that game. But the crosses weren't coming in, and we didn't really play the kind of football that we were playing since the tournament started. We're judging fully well that Morocco is a big test for them, for the Super Eagles. So yesterday, the match really showed that it was two big teams that were really, really, really competing. So it was unfortunate. So I'll just take out some key moments in that game and just wrap it up. So for me, the officiating wasn't fair enough. Let's start from there. I don't know what the referee was blowing. I don't know. There are some of the calls that he made that I think they were just too soft calls. Dishing out yellow cards as if, I don't know. To me, it was not really good officiating. It was bad, poor officiating. There are incidences where the Moroccans are supposed to pick yellow cards. The same offense that he gave Kevin Bassi a yellow card for. There was a Moroccan player that also did the same thing. I think even Hakimi also, but there was no yellow card. In the whole of 120 minutes, Morocco did not get any yellow card, despite the tackles they did on the Nigerian. While you could see any little touch, he just blows, and I think the ref didn't even allow the game to really flow, especially in that first half. It didn't allow the game to flow well. Both sides were just jostling for the ball, and any tackle, he just blows the whistle. And so to me, the officiating was not 100%. And let's look at our players. Kudos to our defense line. They kept us in that game throughout the 120 minutes. Kevin Bassi, what a player he is, holding his own against the guys. Then Bruno also holding his own against Hakimi, and the guy Diaz. They did very well. Honestly, they did very well. For the fact that Onyedika. I don't know what Onyedika came to play in that game yesterday. Funny enough, it showed that we really missed our captain, Wilfred Ndidi. He was missed in that game. Honestly, if I must say, he was missed. He was missed. Onyedika could not, I don't know, delaying passes, holding the ball too long. We could see how he was being dispossessed of balls. There are instances where he could easily just lay the pass, but he holds on the ball too long and the balls, he will be dispossessed. Who again, our strikers had little or nothing to do in that game because the passes weren't coming in, the crosses were not coming in. There was nobody that could, lay in the pass for Victor Osimhen and Akko Adams to do what they can do. So, overall, the defense kept us in that game, and I must say they did very well. They've held themselves high, and well, yes, it's not the kind of result we want to see, but let's let's move on. Let's take the positives from that game, and let's move on to the next one. They'll be playing the third place match against Egypt, who also lost their game yesterday. That game, Egypt versus Senegal, Egypt didn't come out to play, honestly. I didn't really watch the match, but the few instances where I watched, I saw them just doing more of defensive and allowing the Senegalese to attack them and play them. And funny enough, almost at the dying minute, Sadio Mane had to, release that shot, and the ball went into the back of the net. So that was how Egypt lost that game yesterday. So they didn't really play like the Egyptian we know. Senegal dominated. So going into the next round of the game, we have the third place and the finals game to play. The third place will be played on Saturday, and the finals will take place on Sunday. So it's going to be, like I said, Egypt versus Nigeria and Senegal versus the host nation, Morocco. And mind you, the Moroccans, they were at home, so it was expected actually. What happened yesterday in the game between Morocco and Nigeria, it was expected because the 12th man, which are the fans in the stadium, the whole of everywhere, everything we tend to play towards the favor of the host nation. But it was a game of penalties, so to me, a game of penalties is a game of luck. It doesn't matter whether you are the best team, the best. If you have all your 11 players as good players, best players, game of penalty can just swing into anybody's favor. And let's even talk about Chukwueze. I don't know what was in his head. I don't know what came into him. That penalty was what cost us that match yesterday. That penalty was not up to par at all. I don't know what came into his head. How can you be playing penalty like casually, like there's no force, there's no you just how? Even the one that Bruno missed is even way better than what Chukwueze played. At least Bruno's one was even entering, if not for the quick response of the keeper to, return back his hand to be able to knock off that ball from entering the net. That was a better free penalty than the one Chukwueze took. It was so casual. And you're doing that when your team is supposed to take the lead. You're missing that kind of penalty. Come on. Well, what has happened. We move on from there. If you ask me, the coach should still remain. Yeah, we've not seen the Super Eagles play this good for a very long time. So now that they have become compact. They've known themselves, and the chemistry between them and the coach is great. I think the coach should retain his job, and we should not just be sacking coaches. It should be a long-term project with these guys. And I know with what we've seen in this tournament, going into the next tournament, I think that's for next year, 2027, we should be heading straight to the final and winning that one. Judging from how good we played, so we should progress on the achievement we've had this tournament, and let's see what we can do in the next tournaments. So I wish the Super Eagles all the best, and we hope that as a consolation, we win the third place match with bronze. I think we have the highest bronze medals, as a team in this AFCON tournaments since the inception. So I think we should be favorites to win that third place match. So all the same, guys, let's support them. Let's keep supporting them. And it's not only when it is good that we support them. When it's bad also, we should also support them and see what we can do. So thank you guys for watching. Drop in the comment section your thoughts about the match yesterday. And I'll see you in the next video.